What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And, you know, some people, it's just amazing how fast you can get proven right when the numbers drop. You know, I said this yesterday. I said it in a couple videos in the last couple of days that Dodge wasn't going anywhere. And that, yeah, we published a video like, could they abandon the V8 and the Charger? That's not happening. You should know better. And everybody was like, oh, they're not going to focus on Dodge. They're not going to focus. They're only going to focus on Jeep and Ram. While Durango sales are up over 40%, right? And everybody else in the segment is going down. Yeah, that math isn't mathing. We're going to talk about all that and more right after this. So what is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And before we get into today's video, we are going to be talking about the giveaway on the channel as the 1970 Dodge Charger with the 392 swap with the plum crazy purple exterior is almost over. That giveaway is closing out tomorrow at midnight. So you have this evening and tomorrow to get in if you want to get a shot, and pretty damn good shot at the current rate of entries to win that car. It's very simple if you want to do so. Link will be in the description down below, tk'sgarage.bigcartel.com. All right, so let's get into this, man. You know, you just can't fix stupid, unfortunately. And, you know, I started seeing all these articles, like, here we go, like, here's one. And I'm not taking shots at the writers, or they got to write content. It's slow news cycle, so it's like, maybe they're going to do. And we see stuff like this. Stellantis is focusing on 4 brands that really matter, right? Peugeot, Fiat, Ram, and Jeep, not Dodge, right? Come on, man. Jesus Christ, man. It's just stuff like this that drives me nuts. Durango sales right now are absolutely, let's see if I can not break my iPad, are absolutely freaking booming. And it's for a couple of reasons. It's not the biggest vehicle in its segment, right? I mean, if you think about it, Chevy has the Traverse. That's probably the closest thing to the Durango, right? But this is a 3-row SUV. It'd be more akin to maybe the Tahoe. But the Tahoe and the Yukon are having massive problems with the 6.2-liter engine, and even the 5.3-liter V8's been having issues. But they're blowing up engines and transmissions left, right, and center, and people have been getting away from General Motors. And that's why the new body style of the Tahoe, which has been out since, 2021, is now down 10%. The Yukon's down 12 or 13%, right? Not good. Ford, I don't even have to get into the Expedition, don't even offer a friggin' V8. So, and their numbers also way down, 18%. But check this out. Last year, the Durango sales, the sales numbers were up 40-something%. Just this first quarter, up another 47%. Offering a 392 V8 that makes 475 horsepower for less than $52,000. Yeah, that kills everything else in the segment. And the media thinks Stellantis is not going to feed Dodge. Make it make sense. This is like the anonymous source says blah, 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 blah at the White House. Come on, man. Just, Jesus Christ. Miss me with that, man. Just miss me with it. The sales numbers on the Durango by themselves, like Durango is now getting Dodge to an area where it's not going to be parity with Ram. It's not. And I'm not dumb. When the Ram Charger does come out and that bigger V8 SUV drops from Ram, which I'll talk about that tomorrow. When that does come out, yeah, it's going to eat into Durango sales. But you have to think about it this way. That Ram Charger, whenever it does come out, that's built on the 1500 platform, that's going to be, and if they make a 2500 version, that would be super dope. Hopefully Tim does that. We'll see. But, and sorry if the power goes out. We're in a tornado warning right now. Watch or whatever. But, yeah, that's going to eat into Durango sales, but it's also probably going to cost $25,000 or $30,000 more than the Durango. It's why I don't think the Durango is going to have any problem with sales, and it's lifting Stellantis up by 40-something% in the first friggin' quarter over last year. Are you kidding me? They can't build enough 392s to keep up with production for the Durango. Prove me wrong. And there's nobody in the media that's going to be able to do it. You can't. The numbers don't lie. I literally just got off the phone because you're going to be like, why am I contacting a Dodge dealership to buy a Tesla Cybertruck? Whole nother story, whole long story. We'll talk about that in the near future. Just stay put. But I'm talking to an owner of this dealership, and we're going back and forth, and he goes, oh, you're in with the people over at Dodge, help me out. I'm like, bro, they're not happy with me right now. Not for anything that I've said, but for leaking shit. Like I said, it's a delicate balance. And I'm talking to him. He's like, hey, talk to them. And he goes, I need more of these 392s, man. He goes, if you could do anything and they can help me out. And I never do that. Yes, in intelligence, you do trade favors and stuff. That's kind of how that works. But like, I'm not reaching out to the executives at a company to be like, hey, can you help out this dealer? Sorry. I can't do that. Ooh, bang. No? All right. Oh. Ooh, yeah. It's getting toasty outside. Anyways, yeah, I don't see this going anywhere anytime soon. I don't see this story that's trending around all these media sites right now about Dodge and Chrysler being left behind going anywhere. Because the sales numbers, ladies and gentlemen, they don't lie. And when the sales numbers are good, well, you know what that means? Yeah, they're going to invest in the brand or tweak the design or do whatever to keep that Durango selling, because it's another V8 product that's creating parity with Ram in sales. And having more sales, especially if you're a stockholder like me, that's a good thing. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, yeah, I gotta stay petty, my friends. I love being right.